Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to All Things Social Security. I am Stephanie Joy, the attorney at Joy Disability. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening. It is Friday Fraud Law Review. Thank you for being here. As you know, we dedicate our Friday Fraud Law Reviews to our deployed military members who can't be home with their families like most of us can be. So this is our Red Friday, of course. So, pardon the dogs. Okay, I found, well, there's a list of fraud articles, but this one happens to be by an SSA employee. So I like to pull those out and exemplify them. So here we go. I haven't even read the whole thing, guys. I popped in, saw it was available, and I grabbed it. So the title to this one, and it came out June 25th, 2026, is former SSA employee found guilty of 23 counts, including theft of Social Security funds, Social Security misuse, and aggravated identity theft. So what happened here? This is the District of Puerto Rico. So on the 24th of June, there had been a week-long trial, and a federal jury convicted Mirna Faria, also known as Mirna Olivares Santiago, a former SSA employee, of embezzling and stealing SSA funds, namely retirement insurance benefits, survivors insurance benefits, and the auxiliary benefit payments. As you know, that would generally be a spouse or children, to which she knew she was not entitled. Okay, so getting into it, the court documents and other evidence presented at the trial. And I'll add that it's not typical that we see something go to trial. It's almost always a plea. I'm trying to think if I remember the last time, if any, they actually described that a trial had happened. Usually people end up pleading. So Ms. Faria, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Faria, was employed by the SSA from 1991, wow, through 2019. So she was like a career SSA employee. Obviously, she knew better. And she was considered a social insurance specialist. Yeah, she was special, all right. And a claims specialist working in the workload support unit in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Okay. We have some things go to the workload support unit. I don't know if it's that particular one, but they have them when there's another office needs a little assistance because they're a little behind or bogged down. That's not terribly unusual. So from March of 2012 through 2024 March, so that's 12 years, she embezzled and stole, oh my goodness, almost $2 million, more than $1.8 million in SSA funds, namely the retirement, survivors, and auxiliary. Okay, wow. 2 million almost. 1.8 million. Okay. Apparently, she utilized her position within the SSA to submit false claims on behalf of others using the identity of individuals she believed to be deceased. Well, wait a minute. I thought they said that a person who's dead, their number wouldn't work to do that. They were wrong, right? We've had enough of the reports. She then approved those false claims and submit. She had the power to approve her own claims and submitted her own bank and address information to fraudulently receive the corresponding SSA beneficiary proceeds. She then withdrew and transferred and spent the money from the accounts, et cetera, et cetera. So over the span of 12 years, she submitted 13 fraudulent claims. Wow, so 13 claims. I guess that would be right. Came to over $1.8 million when all those years go by of collecting benefits on them. I wonder how they caught her. They don't really give any much more information. Like, I want to know, did she turn out, because she thought they were dead, did one of them turn out to be, I don't know, what happened that she got caught? I'm wondering if, yeah, I can't even wrap my mind around it. If you thought someone was dead, submitted a claim, and then it turns out they weren't dead, that might cause a little more of an investigation. It sounds like she was high enough up that she actually could approve things. You know what I mean? Like, she's like the checker not getting checked. She's like one of those fact checkers. Get it? All right. Well, anyway, they talk about all the different people that were involved, which is great, great, great. Obviously, the SSA's Office of Inspector General, The FBI was involved, the U.S. Postal Inspection was involved, and the Puerto Rico Police Department. She is scheduled to be sentenced on September 29th, 2026. I wonder if they're going to post a report on that. I would love it if they had, a link here that said, hey, if you want to see, if you want to be emailed, if we get any follow-up, submit your thing here, but they don't do that. She does face a mandatory sentence of 2 years imprisonment for violating a certain code, which is aggravated identity theft, which must be served consecutively to any sentence imposed for the violation of the theft of government funds, wire fraud, and mail fraud. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure she did identity theft amongst everything else. All right, guys, that's it for that one. SSA employee. Her tenure was like almost 30 years. It's like, lady, what are you thinking? Your greed knows no bounds. Think about it. She had a decently cushy federal job, presumably in a warm climate, that she didn't have to keep if she didn't like it, and federal benefits and health insurance and a pension and all these things that so many of us, including myself, don't have. We must go and pay for our own. So I don't know. I'd like to see her get a stiff one, like 25 years. Thoughts? Maybe at least 1 year for every year she did this, but I'd say more like 25. Sorry, lady. They don't say how old she is. She can't be that young if she's been there that long. I don't really care. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thank you again to our deployed military members. You are appreciated more than you know, and I know you have one of the toughest jobs in the world. So I appreciate, and I think everyone else here does as well. For everyone else, if you stay tuned for our weekly live stream Q&A, 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time every Wednesday, and our 12 p.m. pre-recordeds that are shared at noon every day. Your attention to those would be greatly appreciated. It really helps the channel and the mission that the channel is designed to help out with. So anyway, thank you all so much. Have a great weekend and be safe. Bye-bye.